the vagus nerve. Here we go. We're all set here. So, let's start again. So anyways, thanks again for joining us here at Breaking the Confidence Code for the caretaker, the healer, the mom, the doctor, the holistic healer, the life coach, and you. Or just you. Now you're looking to move from anxiety or nervous anxiety and unshakable self-esteem. Today we're going to talk about the healing power of vocalization, how it calms our nervous anxiety, especially for the caretaker and the healer. I'm Barry Devaya from Devaya Yoga, the Yoga Color and Sound. And in this episode of Breaking the Confidence Code, we're gonna experience how vocalization calms us. Whether you're a caretaker, a healer, a mom, a nurse, a doctor, a friend, we all need some kind of help. I mean, every day, God bless you if you're that grounded. But moving from nervous anxiety to self-esteem, self-confidence, you don't even think about it, just moving along life. You don't have all those crazy thought forms. Vocalization is so important, and it activates the vagus nerve. What's the vagus nerve? The vagus nerve is the longest nerve in the body. It's the rest and digest nerve. It attaches to all the organs except the adrenal glands, because that's fight or flight. So fight or flight is the autonomic nervous system. And the vagus nerve, when it's activated, activates the parasympathetic nervous system, or the rest and digest. It's when we're like, we can digest our food, we can digest our thoughts, we can digest our environment. And so let's take a moment, since we had that introduction, just taking a moment wherever we are, place our feet on the earth, or sitting comfortably, standing comfortably with our legs more than hip width apart. Let's inhale our hands below our belly and lift our abdomen and our heart, our pelvis and our heart. And inhale and just fill the belly with breath. We can shut our eyes, and that takes away outside distraction. And exhaling red, pulling the belly into the spine and the breath into the earth. And placing a hand below the navel and another on the heart, and see if we can pull up a big fat diaphragm breath, 3-part breath. Besides vocalization, number one is correct breathing. And you please DM me, breath, or message me, free consultation to make sure you're breathing correctly, because that will change your life. So let's inhale. Inhaling, imagine breathing red and filling the belly, the ribs, and the chest with breath. Lift the pelvis, lift the heart, the crown of the head being pulled up to the stars. Drop the chin. Can we hold it in? And exhaling, belly, ribs, and chest, push it all out. All the air out of the bottom of the lungs. Helloies. We're going to hold the breath. We're going to do called box breathing for a second. So let's imagine breathing red and inhaling and counting till 4 backwards. That reprograms. It's another good thing of moving from nervous anxiety to self-esteem or unshakable self-confidence. It's kind of this exercise. So we're going to inhale belly, ribs, and chest. Imagine breathing red from the earth, like we're sucked into the earth's embrace. And hold that breath in and count till 4 backwards. Find your own rhythm. I'm a breath master. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift, lift, and exhaling. 4, 3, 2, 1. Can we keep the breath out? 4, 3, 2, 1. This time, let's inhale red and bring our shoulders up towards the ears. Same thing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it in. 4, 3, 2, 1. And drop the shoulders and vocalize. Exhaling. Ah. Keep the breath out. 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. Inhaling red. Bring the shoulders up as we hold it in. Squeeze the eyes, stick out the tongue. And pull that tongue in. Exhaling red, exhaling. Ah. Breathing and just observing any differences or similarities. Just from exhaling off. Squeezing in, releasing out. And again, whether we're a mother, a nurse, a doctor, a caretaker, a holistic healer, massage therapist, life coach, we give a lot. We work endlessly helping and being with others. It is a response. It can be an emotional responsibility. It's an emotional labor. And sometimes even the most resilient, the strong of us can get burnt out, feel overwhelmed, resentful. But what if one of the keys to recharging and reigniting ourselves and moving from that anxiety into calm, into self-esteem, is vocalization, just like we just did. Vocalization, again, activates that vagus nerve, the longest nerve in the body. It runs from, I think, from the brainstem all the way down to, should have looked it up, but all the way down to L3. It doesn't attach to the adrenal glands because that's fight or flight. We're activating the parasympathetic nervous system, or the rest and digest. Vocalization can re-regulate our nervous system. And because as a caretaker, as a healer, as a helper to other, or just daily life, because right now things are crazy. We have a lot of energetic changes. Nervous system deregulation or anxiety can manifest as restlessness, a racing mind that never shuts up. And I can't seem to ignore it. Difficulty sleeping, shoulders, locked jaw or tight jaws, or just overwhelmed, being irritable, lashing out. These are common. This is normal stuff. But, we don't need to experience this. They do interfere with our ability to take care of ourselves and others. So, as we just noticed, the vagus nerve is a reset. It's called the wandering nerve, and it's the longest cranial nerve in the body. It connects the brain to various organs, including the heart, lungs, and digestive system, as I previously mentioned, not the adrenal glands. That's the autonomic or fight or flight. The vagus nerve plays a central role in activating the parasympathetic nervous system, which again is responsible for rest and digest. When this vagus nerve is positively stimulated, it lowers heart rate and blood pressure just by vocalizing. Vocalization, deep breathing and vocalization lowers heart rate and blood pressure. It improves our digestion. It enhances emotional regulation, so we're not like totally out of whack. And reduces inflammation, like arthritis. That's an inflammation. For caregivers and healers, activating the vagus nerve is like hitting the reset button on a frazzled nervous system. And one of the most effective ways to do this, again, is vocalization. How does vocalization calm nervous anxiety? How does it shift a deregulated nervous system into self-esteem and calm? Well, it has a direct impact on the vagus nerve. And when we hum, chant, or sing, or even speak with intention, vibrations from our vocal cords naturally stimulate the vagus nerve. Humming and chanting, the act of humming and chanting creates vibrations that resonate through our chest and throat. Let's put our hands on our chest and throat for a moment and inhale. I like to inhale red. I like to feel cradled by the earth. I feel safe. Let's inhale belly, ribs, and chest with breath. And we can exhale hello, hello, hello. Or can we feel that vibration? We're directly stimulating the vagus nerve. And the ancient practices knew this. Like the rishis, the seers of the yogis, mantra chanting, they created it to regenerate, to re-regulate that nervous system. And humming lullabies to a child. Now, as a mom, singing. You ever notice how you feel when you sing? Sometimes when I'm feeling stressed out, overwhelmed as a caretaker and a mom and life, one of my favorite things to do is definitely to put on music to sing and dance. And even if I'm resisting it, because I know it'll create that change that I want, and I want to shift out of that old pattern of the martyr, the sufferer. Singing engages controlled breathing. Again, going back to number one is breath. I mean, obviously we have to breathe to vocalize. And vocal expression, both they controlled breathing, vocalization, both activate the vagus nerve. Singing favorite songs is joyful, cathartic. It can be a cathartic release of pent-up emotions. So that could be a homework today when we're done with the podcast. Put on a song you really dig on and sing. And if you feel, move to the beat. And attentional breathing with sound like we did at the beginning. That practice like sighing deeply or exhaling with an audible releases tension and sends calming signals to the brain via the vagus nerve. Even releases that jaw. The jaw is the strongest muscle in the body. As when we're born, we latch on with the jaw. So just having the tongue be heavy in the mouth, and we release that. So let's do another little exercise here. Let's inhale red. Belly, ribs, and chest. Lift the pelvis and the heart. And hold it in just a little bit, because we can fill that upper lung a little bit more. And as we're holding it in, again, bring the shoulders up. We can make fists, squeeze the eyes shut. And exhaling. Let's do it 2 more times. Inhale, red. As we're experiencing controlled breathing and sighing. 2, 3, exhaling. And 1 more time, inhaling. Squeeze the eyes. Hide, hide, hide. Exhaling. And inhaling again and observing any differences or similarities. Why vocalization is especially powerful for the caregiver. The caregiver, the healer, the mom, the life coach. Because carrying emotional burdens silently, I mean, it's not a burden, but it's a lot of helping others who are in distress. I need to keep a high vibration, and so I guess in a way it is an emotional burden, but not in a negative way. I'm happy to do it, and because I have these tools that re-regulate me. We absorb the stress of those around us. It's another reason why vocalization is good. And vocalization provides an outlet for released, suppressed emotions. Vocal exercises help release emotions that might otherwise manifest as physical or mental tension, even a headache. Here's another exercise. It's inhale, belly, ribs, and chest. And we can shut our eyes and gaze between the eyebrows. And exhaling. One more time, let's add an indigo color right above and between the eyebrows, and shut our eyes and gaze up. Exhaling. breathing and observing again any differences or similarities. How do I feel now? How did I feel before? Vocalization as a caregiver or a helper of others helps us reach our energy. Using our voice intentionally reminds us of our inner power and establishes a sense of self amid constant giving. Especially because for women, no, in the past, women are the major part of caregivers, and since ancient times, women have always been in a small community or by themselves and their child, and the husband or the male goes out into the field, so the man's always screaming and vocalizing. So just ancestrally, on the cellular level, we have that energy, what we're going to reprogram and release. And we can strengthen connection by chanting or singing in a group. Yeah, that's usually a lot of fun. It's very cathartic. It's very joyful and uplifting. So we can give you some exercises for today. You want some homework? We can wake up in the morning and do humming, inhaling, belly, ribs, and chest, breathing in red, and connecting with the earth, thanking the earth for another day, or oh. We can do mantra chanting. We can inhale now. We can inhale and exhale to chant the sound of Om. Om is actually the sound the earth makes as it rotates on its axis. So let's inhale belly, ribs, and chest with breath. We can bring our hands to our throat and our hearts. We can feel it vibrate. And inhaling belly, ribs, and chest of breath. We can count backwards. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift the pelvis and the heart, and exhaling. 4, 3, 2, 1. Observing any differences or similarities. So, when we're done with this, put on your favorite song and sing. Audible sign, we've done that twice. Bring those shoulders up, exhaling. 5 to 6 times in a row. Add a color. Sky blue, soft, or red, connecting to the earth. We can join a chanting circle. Maybe one afternoon we'll have chanting here. But vocalization it's easy, it's free. The breath, correct breathing is number one. And again, I'm here to help you. Please DM me, breath, or message me. Let's make a free breath consultation. I'm a breath master. And vocalization's free. It resets our nervous system. It activates the parasympathetic nervous system of rest and digest. And this is just one of the tools that Devaya Yoga offers. We have a 5-day challenge coming up, 5-day free yoga challenge from 10 to 20 minutes a day, May 19th through the 23rd, I think at 12:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And come check it out. See what it does. We'll see what linking breath with movement does, add vocalization and color breathing, because Devaya Yoga is a fusion of all that. Devaya Yoga is much more than yoga. It's a fusion of different yoga techniques, Hatha, Kundalini, Vinyasa flow, and it adds color therapy, which is a therapy in and of itself, vocalization therapy. It's a fast track to move from nervous anxiety to unshakable self-esteem. And June 2nd to the 27th, we have a virtual workshop or virtual retreat from nervous anxiety to unshakable self-esteem. And besides, another way to really move from nervous anxiety to unshakable self-esteem is digestion. And in July 19th through the 26th, we have an in-person retreat in magical Montezuma. So please DM in the message more information, leave me your email, etc. So how does vocalization help us? And the breath and vocalization. It calms and re-regulates our nervous system. A regulated or a happy nervous system of the caretaker provides a more compassionate care, a lot more patience, a calming presence, and it's easier to make decisions because we're confident, we're clear, we can hear our inner light or our inner voice. As a mother, our calm energy soothes our children. As a nurse or a doctor, the steady demeanor reassures the patients. And as a holistic healer, coach, yoga teacher, our inner peace helps connect the client with their inner peace. So the voice is medicine. Homework. Hum, chant, write down how you feel after you're done. Can we be aware of how it regulates or changes our nervous system? So the next time we're feeling overwhelmed, let's remember our voice, because we have to breathe. Breathing in the nose is one of the most powerful tools that we have. We can hum a tune, chant a mantra, lum, 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 or simply let out a sigh. Ah. And right away, we're actively soothing our nervous system and strengthening our vagus nerve, connecting with the parasympathetic nervous system where rest and digest. For caregivers and healers, vocalization is not just a self-care practice. It's a way to rejuvenate resilience, connection, and empowerment. So let's let our voice rise up. The world needs it. As we raise our vibration, inadvertently, we connect with everybody. We're all connected. You can't disconnect. We're all part of everything, the microcosm and the macrocosm. So let's raise our voices and raise the vibration of planet Earth. Thanks a lot for tuning in. And also, we have a free live virtual course, Instagram and YouTube Live, the second Wednesday of this month. Please drop me an email for the newsletter. And remember, we have a free yoga challenge May 19th through the 23rd. And we have the virtual course June 2nd to the 27th, as well as in-person yoga and digestion. Digestion is completely key, like breath and vocalization. Digestion is key to resilience, to a healthy immune system. A healthy immune system is reflected in a calm mind and happy, healthy presence. So thank you very much for joining me today. Any questions, feel free to get in touch with me. Remember, I'm totally here for a free consultation. We also have a free mini ebook, Breaking the Confidence Code, as well as a 6-bundle video, different videos that will bring you from nervous anxiety to unshakable self-esteem. We have affirmations to go to sleep, night affirmations for the best night's sleep, rise and shine, morning affirmations, seated movement, sun salute, chakra balancing, and a 6th one. Anyways, thanks a lot. Have a wonderful afternoon, and blessings be.